Okay, let's be honest. As a shy person, when you first visit the Milongas, it feels like you're going to a party that you're not invited. You see people around greeting each other, dancing with each other, having fun, and you're thinking, do I belong here? Is this my place? But gradually, that becomes your place. Welcome to Goodnight Tango. I'm Jesus. I'm dancing tango for 9 years now, and for the last 4 years, I'm also writing about that in my blog. In this video, I want to give you some tips on how you can survive those first milonga experiences that might feel very strange and might intimidate you and make you feel, okay, maybe that I don't belong here and maybe I should stop tango at all. I can talk for myself. Even now, 9 years later, when I walk into some milongas, I still feel that I'm walking into a party that I wasn't invited. I still feel the same thing, but I have managed and I have learned how to navigate this feeling, and I will give you some tips that will probably help you too. So without further ado, the first tip is to arrive early in the milonga. First of all, when you arrive early in the milonga, there are not so many people, and it doesn't feel like you are entering a party that is already started and you are just gate crashing. Okay, it feels more like you get into a home gathering, like a friendly dinner with some friends. People are less, they are more friendly. You can easily chat and connect with some, maybe with the organizers, with people that you know already. So it also feels less intimidating than walking into a place where you have 100 people already there, rather than walking into a room where you have like 10 people there, and you feel much easier to be in that space with not so many people around. And as the crowd builds up and more people come in, you won't feel like you were invited, you went into somewhere that you don't belong. You already are in that place, and it feels natural after that people coming in and the crowd grows. The next thing that I usually do even today when I walk into the milonga is that I find a place, I sit, and usually in the first 1 or 2 tandas, I don't dance, I just sit and explore the room. Sit around and just watch the people, watch the dance floor, who is dancing with whom, if I know some people, try to notice where they sit. Just relax and find myself in the space and enjoy the music, hear what is playing, see how people are dancing, and just relax in the space that I'm in. Why do I do that? It's like when, for example, I go swimming in the sea. I won't just jump into the cold water. I would probably go in and start checking the temperature with my feet, maybe wet my feet a little bit, my arms or whatever else, and then dive in. I get familiar much better with the temperature, and it doesn't feel so, intimidating, so stressful to enter right away into the cold water. The same thing happens also in the milonga. This time that I take and that you can take in the beginning of the milonga in the first 1 or 2 tandas allows you to check the temperature, check the water, see who is there, see how friendly the people around you are, and feel more at ease when you finally get to enter the ronda, start dancing or interacting with other people in general. Having said that, the other thing that you can do while you are sitting out and exploring the area is to make these micro connections. Smile to people, wave at people, speak to people and say like hello, good evening, how was your day, things like that. Just micro connections that give to the other people the signal that you belong there, that you are part of the place, and you don't feel like that you are not part of that place. Make sure that you give that signal to other people, and also that will give the signal to you, because people will nod at you, people will smile at you, people will wave at you, will greet you, and you will get back this feedback that, okay, I'm accepted here, I belong here, I'm okay here. It doesn't feel so unfriendly, so cold, so intimidating. And later in the night, these people that you make these micro connections are the ones that will probably notice you if you feel lonely, if you don't dance so much, and they maybe start conversation, come and chat with you, and connect with you in general. Now, when it comes to your first dances and the cabeceo, I have two small tips here. The first one is about the people that you're going to dance at the beginning. Don't start right away when you are in the beginning with dancers that you feel awkward with or unfamiliar, uncomfortable with. Like, for example, if somebody is very experienced, if somebody feels way out in terms of your age or in terms of whatever, try to find the people that you feel more comfortable with, more comfortable being around with, because, okay, you're going to dance tango, you're going to be in close proximity with each other for 10 minutes. It's very strange to do that with somebody who you feel strange, stressed, and, awkward to be around. So you don't want to do that in the beginning. It will increase your stress levels. Instead, try to approach and start to dance maybe with people that you don't feel so stressed. You don't feel so stressed being around. People, I would say, try to invite people with low stakes, I would say, so that you don't feel the need that you have to perform to prove something to them or whatever else. People that you feel that, okay, I can be myself and I can dance in my level as a beginner, or and I don't need to prove something to them because, okay, it is what it is. I am who I am. Making those first tandas successful, those low stakes, I would say, tandas successful, informs your brain that something went good, and it gives you an okay that you're doing good from that perspective. And this way you build confidence, and slowly you will see that during the night you will feel more confident to start inviting other people as well, and you will notice this difference in yourself. But in the beginning, you don't need to jump directly to something that is totally uncomfortable and totally stressful for you. Try to invite people that you know that you will not feel stressed, you will not feel uncomfortable around, and explore this. And later on, maybe if you feel more adventurous, you can do that cabeceo to somebody who is more advanced, or maybe somebody who you don't know, or whatever. And I know that the cabeceo itself as an etiquette can be quite stressful for shy people, especially the eye contact with somebody that you don't know, because it's not something that we usually do outside of tango. It's not something that you usually do when you go out in a bar and you have a drink with friends, or when you go to a restaurant and you have a dinner with friends. You don't usually connect with strangers in the eye and nod at them and then dance with them. It's obviously not usual. It depends very from the culture, but I think that many cultures don't have that. But in tango, this is the expected behavior. So one way to look at it so that you can feel more relaxed with this is to look at it as rules of a game. So you cannot kick the ball if you play basketball. Okay, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to touch the ball with your hands unless you are the goalkeeper in football, for example. And you are not allowed to punch people in the face outside of a boxing ring. But inside the boxing ring, you're not only allowed, you're also required to punch people in the face. So the milonga is kind of like this boxing ring, that the rules that apply outside of it don't apply exactly there. And even they are inverted. So yes, when you are in the milonga, it's like you are in the boxing ring. Feel free to punch people in the face. No, I mean, not literally, cabeceo them. We don't punch people in the face and then dance with them, it's not the way it works. But anyway, don't think that cabeceo is something unnatural. Think of it as something that you are expected to do in that case, in that situation, and free yourself from this notion that this cabeceo means something different. It just means that you want to connect and you want to dance with them. That's all. It doesn't mean anything more. Before we move to the next tip, let me know in the comments if you have more tips about how a shy person can navigate this milonga space in the first times. And maybe you are a shy person, maybe you have a different strategy. Let me know in the comments what worked for you and what didn't work for you. And if you have a friend who is shy and is in the first steps in tango and feels intimidated by the milonga, maybe share this video with them. Maybe it will help them, who knows. Now, in all this process, it helps a lot if you don't visit the milonga alone. Or even if you visit the milonga alone, try to have friends and classmates, people that you already know and that you can feel comfortable to sit next to them or close to them. It helps really a lot. I remember myself one of the first times that I joined the milonga and I sit next to more advanced dancers that I didn't really know very well from the classes. And I felt really like fish out of water. It wasn't really easy. But later on, when I also visited Milongas and I sat next to classmates and friends that I had already from the classes, which were at the same level as me, and we were more close to each other in terms of the level, in terms of the experience that we had, it was much easier, much less intimidating, and I didn't feel so much unnatural, so a fish out of water, as I said before. It felt like I belonged there. So the advice is find allies, find people that you can either visit the milonga together or know that they are going to be there so that you can at least be close to them in that space, in the milonga space. And the last tip I want to give you is to give yourself permission to be there. Allow yourself to be in that space and feel like you are part of it. Even if you feel in the beginning that you are not invited, that it is a party that you gate crash and everybody looks at you like you are not an outsider, the more you are there, the more you allow yourself to be there and enjoy the music, enjoy the dance floor, enjoy maybe a small chat with somebody next to you that is sitting next to you, the more that you will see that you will start feeling being there. And that doesn't mean that you have to dance or perform to show up, to show to the people that you belong there. You can just be there and enjoy the tandas. You can just be there and enjoy people who are dancing, watching people who are dancing. This is also okay. It is not something that we see as strange in milongas. Actually, if you observe the people around you, you will probably see other dancers that do the same thing. Many other dancers that sit out alone and just watch and enjoy the tanda from the outside. So you don't need to dance every tanda, you don't need to dance all the time. And sometimes, the best tandas might be the tandas that you don't dance because you have an interesting conversation with somebody next to you, or because you enjoy watching a couple in the dance floor and you get inspired by them. And the more you have these experiences, the more your mind tells you it's okay to be there. And the more you feel at place, the more you feel at home in the milonga. But in the beginning, yes, your mind will feel strange. The mind will say, I'm not part of this group. I'm not part of this milonga. I'm not part of this place, and will probably make you think that you should leave. The more you stay, the more you give yourself permission to be there, enjoy the time, you will see that things will change. Your mind will start telling you different things. So closing off, I need to leave you with this message. Being shy doesn't mean that you don't belong to tango. It actually means that you just connect differently. You just connect in a quieter way. And that in tango is not only acceptable, it sometimes is what makes some dancers really special. You don't need to force yourself to do something that you don't feel comfortable, but you will see that slowly confidence will grow and things will come naturally, tanda by tanda, milonga by milonga. So go easy on yourself, arrive early, breathe, smile, relax, and let tango do the rest. Now, if you like the tips in this video, and if you want more tips on how to familiarize yourself and make yourself more comfortable with the cabeceo process, this video over here might help you as well. Check this out and don't forget to move forward both in the dance floor and in your life. Bye!